3 chubby princesses and a magic dress. Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, there lived a king and his 3 daughters. The king loved his daughters very much and made sure they never lacked anything. From the time they were little, the king showered his daughters with love, so they hardly felt the absence of their mother. The eldest princess was named Marissa, the second was Karina, and the youngest was Jessica. The 3 princesses loved dressing up in beautiful, expensive clothes, but they were also chubby and very lazy. They did not behave like proper royal princesses. They spent their days eating delicious food. In the kitchen, they were always asking the servants to prepare new dishes. Every day, many different kinds of food were made just for them. The princesses also loved to sleep late and disliked doing anything that required effort. Sadly, none of them possessed the grace, manners, and dignity expected of members of the royal family. Because of their behavior, no prince showed any interest in marrying them. The king grew worried about his daughter's future.
You must learn proper manners and royal etiquette. One day, you will need to marry a prince.
Father, why must we spend our days learning rules? And Mother always told us that kindness matters more than appearances.
The king looked at them sadly, wondering what would become of his daughters. However, he still hoped his daughters would one day marry into noble families. He took them to elegant royal balls, hoping they would meet worthy princes. But wherever they went, the 3 sisters were only interested in one thing: eating all the delicious food at the feast. And whenever someone tried to talk to them, all they wanted to talk about was food.
Princesses, may I say you look lovely tonight?
Oh, this eclair is marvelous. The cream filling is so light.
You are right, I must try one immediately.
Are you also a foodie like us?
This made the king very angry. At last, he made an important decision.
This year, I want each of you to marry into a noble family. That is why I am leaving you in the care of the finest teacher while I travel away for several months. By the time I return, each of you must have found a prince to marry. If you fail to do so, I will remove you from the royal family.
After making his announcement, the king left the palace at once. But the 3 sisters did not take his warning seriously. They simply went to their room and fell asleep. The next morning, Lady Alba rang a bell so loudly that it echoed throughout the palace. The sound startled the 3 sisters awake, and they hurried out of their rooms. To their disappointment, breakfast consisted of nothing more than a piece of bread and a glass of milk.
Eat it now. From today on, this will be your breakfast.
After breakfast, Lady Alba began teaching them how to move gracefully in high heels, like true princesses. But when they tried, they quickly lost their balance, stumbled, and fell to the ground. Later, Lady Alba took them to the palace garden to teach them banquet manners.
Take only one dessert, eat slowly with grace, and mingle with the other guests.
The sight of the desserts was too much for them to resist, so they gobbled them down as fast as they could. As a final attempt, Lady Alba tried to teach the sisters proper etiquette. However, the sisters soon began arguing, shouting, and pulling one another's hair. Even though their case seemed hopeless, Lady Alba was not ready to give up. She still had one last trick that might save the girls. The three sisters stared at the box curiously. When Lady Alba opened it, a magnificent dress appeared, leaving them instantly captivated.
This is no ordinary dress. Whoever wears it will become slim, beautiful, and move with the grace of a true princess.
I saw it first! Let go!
Stop. Marissa, the eldest, will wear it first.
Marissa suddenly became slim and beautiful. That very day, Lady Alba sent her to an elegant royal party. Many princes and nobles attended the party, and all eyes were on Marissa. Among them was a wealthy young prince who took a special interest in her. The two quickly became friends. The magic of the dress had worked. The next day, it was Karina's turn to wear the dress. Lady Alba took her to another grand party, where she, too, met a handsome prince. The plan was working perfectly. Then it was Jessica's turn. Just like her sisters, she attended a royal gathering and soon caught the attention of a prince. In this way, Lady Alba's plan seemed to be a great success. A few days later, Lady Alba announced that the princes would soon be coming to visit the palace. Marissa was the first to prepare. When Marissa put on the dress, she became slim and beautiful once again. Soon, Marissa and the prince met in the drawing room, and they were delighted to see each other. They sat together, chatting happily. Lady Alba watched from a palace window, keeping an eye out for the next prince. She needed to be ready to prepare the next princess. A short while later, Karina's prince arrived at the palace.
Your Highness, please, you cannot go in yet. The princess is simply not ready. Not ready? We are late, man. Stand aside.
Lady Alba dismissed the first prince quickly, while Marissa handed the magic dress to Karina. Karina quickly put on the dress and went to meet her prince. After some time, Lady Alba asked him to leave as well. Now, it was Jessica's turn. She put on the magic dress and spent time with her prince. Thanks to Lady Alba's plan, all three sisters were able to spend time with their princes. A few days later, an important letter arrived at the palace, announcing the grandest ball of the year. During the celebration, each prince would present a ring to his chosen princess and ask for her hand in marriage. But there was a problem. The three sisters had only one magic dress. Immediately they began arguing over who would wear it. Each sister grabbed the dress and pulled with all her strength. The dress was torn apart, and the three sisters burst into tears. Without saying a word, Lady Alba gathered the torn pieces of the magical dress. She stitched the torn pieces onto 3 ordinary royal dresses and gave one to each sister. At the moment, the plan seemed to be working. The sisters looked slim and graceful. They eagerly prepared for the most important night of their lives. Lady Alba took the sisters to the grand ballroom. That night, the celebration was going wonderfully. The 3 sisters danced happily with their princes. Everything seemed perfect. Then, suddenly, the 3 sisters instantly returned to their chubby selves. The princes looked surprised. Soon, some of the guests began to laugh. Embarrassed and heartbroken, the sisters burst into tears. But then something unexpected happened. The three princes stepped forward and removed the magical bracelets from their wrists. To everyone's surprise, they too transformed. They were no longer handsome, slender princes, but simple, chubby young men.
We love you just the way you are. We hope you can accept us as well.
At that moment, they finally understood an important lesson. True beauty comes from a kind heart, not from outward appearances. The king was overjoyed to see his daughters with their princes. Lady Alba watched with tears of joy. As a reward for her wisdom and dedication, the king gave Lady Alba a generous gift and promotion. A few days later, the three princesses celebrated magnificent weddings with their princes, and they all lived happily ever after.